great rock.
He was a Lakota warrior, feared by those who were against him, loved by those who were with him. He was quoted that he would not die in battle, and once he was gone, he would return as stone. Both came true, and so begins the story of Crazyhorse. The Crazyhorse Memorial is art in progress. The dream of Korchuk Julkuski, inspired by the Lakota Sioux, the soon-to-be titled world's largest sculpture, had a rocky beginning.
Well, the Indian people asked Korchuk to carve the mountain. And that was clear back in 1939, which is a long time ago. And they knew he had worked at Rushmore that summer as assistant to Mr. Borglum. And the second letter that he got from Chief Standing Bear said, "Will you carve us a mountain so the white men will know the red men had great heroes too?"
Speaking of heroes, Korchuk was a world-famous artist who worked on Mount Rushmore. But when World War II broke out, he volunteered for the Army and spent 3 years in Europe. After the war, he made his way back to the Black Hills to meet once again with the Lakota chiefs.
And Korchuk's birth date is September 6th, which is the date that Crazyhorse died. So the Indian people feel that Crazyhorse's spirit hovered around the world waiting for Korchuk to be born, and that's why he was asked to carve the mountain, and he said yes.
Now they had to find a mountain. After tireless trips to various summits, Korchuk finally chose this location.
We were married in 1950, and it's been just an amazing life to see the mountain develop into what it is. If you can picture this whole place with no highway going by, never mind a road coming in, no electricity, no water, nothing. And he just fell in love with it. He said it was as close to pioneering as you could get and stay in this country.
Korchuk started with just a jackhammer and a crowbar, one man against a mountain. To put this in perspective, over 400 men and women worked on the crew at Mount Rushmore. Korchuk started alone, with the help of his wife, Ruth. Then, as each of their 10 children grew, they joined him. But what's even more amazing, the size. Mount Rushmore is 98 feet tall. The Statue of Liberty is 151 feet tall. The Washington Monument is 555 feet tall. And when complete, Crazyhorse will rise over 681 feet. And it's all being done without government funding. That's right, the entire sculpture is being paid for by donations.
Korchuk was an individualist, and he didn't think that you had to stand around and wait for the government to finance everything. He believed in individual initiative and private enterprise, and he said, if this is supposed to be built, the American people will build it. And he stuck to that. Those are two rules that he lived by.
Korchuk continued to work until his death in 1982. He is buried inside a tomb at the base of the monument to watch over his wife and children as they continue his dream. The progress of the sculptures can be measured in tons and in decades. It took Korchuk 5 years of working alone to remove the rock in front of Crazyhorse's face. Next, he revealed the 200-foot area above the arm. The 10-story tunnel under the arm took 6 years. More than a decade was spent removing the area around the horse's head. After Korchuk's death, his family removed another 100 tons of rock.
What else can we expect in the next 2 to 5 years on this? What are we going to start seeing more of?
You can't start at the bottom and work up. So it'll start with the hand, the finger, the wrist, and then right down through the horse's mane and down the horse's head. So that's where we're going.
When the memorial is complete, it will include a vast educational and cultural center, the Indian Museum of North America.
What do you want people to remember you and this legacy 10, 20, 50, 100,000 years from now?
100,000 years, I hope the mountain is still here. That would be a wonderful goal. It is our goal, and it would be wonderful to have it come true.
The first big event here at Crazyhorse is June 3rd, which marks the anniversary of the first blast. If you're in the neighborhood, you gotta stop by. If you're looking for more info, check out crazyhorsememorial.org. Me, I'm all about the big blast. I love it when things get blown up.